Hi, Christy here. As you can see, I'm sporting a mask. Let me take it off just to make it a little easier for you to hear me. It finally happened after 4.5 years. COVID came to our house through my husband. He went on a trip for 4 days, came back, and the next morning tested positive. He's testing negative now, although there's a chance he could have a rebound because he took Paxlovid or Paxlovid. I'm not sure exactly the right way to pronounce it. But anyway, I have yet to get it. Fingers are crossed, everything's crossed, that I will manage to get through this without getting symptoms at least. I mean, maybe I could have tested positive at some point here. Anyway, so continuing my series of imagination or Akashic records. One more thing I wanted to say is that the records are always so practical and reasonable and logical, and it just makes sense. So if you get some information or you get a sense of something like, oh, I think you should try out for the NBA and this person's 60 years old, no, not practical. Somebody I knew got a recommendation in Akashic Records reading, not from me, from someone else, that she needed to play the piano at Carnegie Hall. I thought that was really bizarre, but as it turns out, she actually did it. I don't remember exactly how she figured it out. Like somehow she got a charity event it wasn't like she was a big performer. It was that she somehow was able to get a special invitation or something to get on the stage and I don't think there was like a huge crowd there. But typically it's going to be something like that makes sense and it's doable and is accessible and is something that's aligned with where the person is in their life. It's not going to be something completely wacky. Like, oh, you should quit your job and go to astronaut training and they're not physically fit or something. I mean, we're not the right age, whatever. Really, really use your discernment to say, does this make sense? Or could this be something I'm making up? And of course, you can always ask more questions. And one of my favorite questions in the records is, what am I missing and what does it look like? And of course, I see things. It could be look like, feel like, sound like, seem like, to help you get a little bit deeper into what's going on there. Love to hear in the comments, practical versus impractical in your world. When does it come into play? Where you're like, I really just can't go do that. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't have to be in the records. This is just in general. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And in the meantime, please go be brilliant. Time to mask back up.